Okay, before this video starts, I feel the need to just give like a little warning. I may be seeming to be overreacting in this video, but that's just because there's a bunch of like other complex feelings that I have towards this, which I won't really get into. But like I've said in the video, I am extremely grateful for the grades that I got. It's just not what I expected, and that'll be elaborated further on. But basically, good is subjective. My good might not be the same as your good. Although objectively, I did get decent and good grades. To me, they were okay. I just couldn't really see that in the moment because of how the one grade affected like my whole university stuff. And that's what I'm like fixating in on this video, that your A-levels can go still objectively well but bad at the same time. So yeah, I just wanted to give a warning here that don't think that I'm sounding like a brat, because you will see how much like effort I put into these damn exams. I just wanted to post this video regardless to show a more realistic side of A-levels, that it can be very conflicting feelings. I felt the need to put that in there so I don't get cancelled in the comments. Thanks! Hey guys, it's Maddie. Welcome back to my channel. As you can see from the title of this video, it is results day. I can't believe I'm saying that. It feels like just yesterday I started sixth form. So yeah, I wanted to bring you guys along for picking up my results, obviously just like document this. So I'm going to give you a little like brief rundown of which subjects I do, my experience with them, my predicted grades, how my exams went, etc, etc, just like what I'm anticipating for the results day. For context, I also did move to the UK and sixth form and all that stuff in 2022 right before my A-levels, so this is also coming from someone who has never done these subjects before. I do OCR psychology, OCR religion studies, aka philosophy and ethics, and AQA sociology. I guess we'll just go subject to subject. Psychology was my absolute bae. Love it. I want to do that at university. My teacher was really nice. I really liked her. However, beginning of year 13, she actually left for like a multitude of reasons, and we were kind of just dumped. I don't want to say anything to like upset people if anyone stumbles upon this video, but we were like provided with the teacher who like introduced psychology into the school in like 1990 something. So she like wasn't sure on certain stuff, like she hasn't taught the subject in a long time, and that somewhat showed. It got to a point where like we just had to work ahead, and she would sometimes be like, oh, named person, what do you think? Like, is that correct? Just double check with this person, double check with... She was very, I think, insecure. She was almost learning the content with us to an extent because she hadn't done that like course before, or the like updated syllabus. Like at one point we were doing a study and we were going through it all, and then I had worked ahead and obviously done this like study before, but she literally said out loud to the class like, oh, this is such an interesting study, I wonder what the results are. You're supposed to be teaching us this. The school did bring in like extra people, like external people, but it was just a little bit of a shit show, I'm gonna be honest. Especially for like exam practice, I felt like we didn't get a lot of that. Yeah, I felt like we kind of got the short end of the stick. So that's psychology. For the actual papers, paper 1 research methods went really well. I quite enjoyed that. Paper 2, so annoyed. Ours was all biological. I don't do biology. It was the first psychology paper I've really done where I sat down and actually was like, I really need to think about that. Sometimes I can just do like most of the psychology papers and just like go through it, like not without thinking, but do you know what I mean? Like it's easier. Kind of unconfident about that. And then paper 3 was obviously the whole year 13 content. The one topic that came out, I literally went over so well and so much depth, but then never touched since, so that was fun. And then the other topic was like in the beginning of when my teacher was like leaving and we started getting new teachers, and it was just a little bit of like shambles. So we got taught it, but it was like when we were still trying to find our footing with the teacher leaving. So that is the context for the psychology papers. I am predicted an A-star in psychology. Will I get that? I don't know. I feel like I might have dropped just because of all the stuff that happened and the fact that like I found these papers a little bit harder than usual. And then for sociology, I really thought it was going to be my favorite subject ever. I really wanted to take it, and then I took it and it was not what I expected. Sociology I was really uneasy about, but because of that I spent so much time on those papers, and the papers actually went really well. I really like paper 1 and paper 3. Paper 2, because they're like mixed topics together, I was kind of like, not sure if I'm answering this correctly, but I think I was still fine. But yeah, the first and the third paper I really liked, so I feel somewhat confident for sociology. I'm predicted an A in it. Philosophy, dividing them into their 3 categories: philosophy, ethics, and DCT, which is like theology. All those papers were like at the end of the exam season, so obviously I was very tired. I am predicted an A in philosophy. That's never gone up, that's never dropped. always solidly been an A. I had never done a subject before relating to like religious studies or anything like that, or RE before, so I felt like I was kind of behind and had to like catch up even more, especially in like DCT. People could be like, oh, referencing this parable in the Bible, and I'm like, girl, I have no idea what that is. That's the subject I put the most amount of effort in, so if I don't do well, I think I will be quite disappointed just because of that. How I felt about each subject, like I said, DCT was my least favorite just because it's so religion based. So for the philosophy paper, beautiful paper. I loved the philosophy paper, so I feel quite confident for that, unless I obviously like completely missed the mark on one of the essay questions, which is so hard with taking essay subject, as you can think you like nailed it and then you actually misinterpreted the question and the whole answer is wrong. Ethics was okay. I think it was still fine. Like, and then DCT, every single topic that I didn't want to come out came out. It was all the topics that we like briefly went over, except for like 1 or 2. I have no idea how the DCT one went, but that's how I'm feeling about each of the papers. Like I said, I am predicted A star AA. I'm happy to take a gap year, which is like a whole nother story. It's kind of like a forced gap year, so I have applied this year but just deferred to go to York for psychology. So then because of all the stuff that happened with my psychology teacher and also like the area I live in, they've reduced the grades quite a lot. I think it's usually like AAA or something, and I think I only need like ABB. So I feel like confident in that regard that I will be able to get into the uni, and also I feel quite chill. I know all my friends are like freaking out. I feel more excited that like it's going to be done and over with. Oh my gosh, I also did an EPQ. I forgot about that, but I have got the grades ready for that. I got an A star. As long as I get my ABB, I will be happy. And even if I don't, like I said, I'm taking a gap year, so I can easily just like reapply. It's not as stress inducing. Like I don't have to go through clearing, if that makes sense, because I can just like withdraw my application and just reapply again. Sorry for the ramble. I just felt like I needed to give context. Excuse the fan in the background. It is the day. It's like just past 7. I need to get ready and do my makeup, and I'll see you guys when we're ready to go. I've just done my makeup. I'm doing my hair now. I told myself I wasn't going to log into ucas, but I think I'm going to try to. It says I'm in the queue, but when I joined it said that my insurance choice confirmed me to study there, but I don't know if that's like when I accepted. I'm scared now because my like both of the grades were ABB, so surely if like I got into the one, I got into the other. Okay, the anxiety's kicking in. Got 30 seconds. Oh my god, guys. I didn't want to check this, but it's just like the confirmation that at least I've got an ABB. I feel weak. As you can see, I don't have makeup on. I did in fact have multiple panic attacks, so I had to take it off. Basically what happened today is I was like, oh, let me just check my UCAS track just because. So I opened it and saw something about Kent, and that was my insurance choice, but it like went away very quickly and then put me down in like the 5-minute countdown, and I was like, oh, strange. Waited the 5 minutes and then I saw like, you're going to Kent. What? Because I applied to York, like I said, for a deferred year for psychology, and my entrance was ABB, but I needed an A in psychology. But Kent was also ABB to get. I had a little bit of a cry, and then a little bit of a panic attack, like hyperventilating. Then we went to school to get my results, came back to the car. Didn't go well. Then I came home, we phoned up York, basically explained the situation. The guy on the phone was literally like, I don't know why you didn't get in. He gave us like the contact details of the university and stuff like that. So now we have to like compile a whole long email to them. Spoke to some friends, found out some grades, went back to my school, spoke to my teachers. I went to my philosophy teacher, and they were like, we don't know what happened, because literally so many people in my class dropped. Like people who predicted A stars got like low A's, people who predicted A's got like B's. They literally said themselves like, oh, we think we might get some remarked, because like obviously the grade boundaries are higher this year, ridiculously high. And then I spoke to my psychology teacher, and she was just so, she kind of annoyed me. She was so nonchalant about it. She was just kind of like, oh yeah, well, you did the worst in paper 2, that's what brought your grade down, but like we're such short on time because of all the circumstances in year 13 that we didn't have time to go over paper 2. In paper 2, like I said, the section was biological psychology, which I'm not confident in. I don't do biology, and also it was taught by a teacher who was like a temp teacher who was not trained properly. Like literally the amount of times I've complained about that teacher again and again and again. Literally the year before, 2023, was all on individual differences, all on Freud. I did that as a past paper. I almost got 100%. So good. This paper, I got a C. So yeah, I ended up getting, if you couldn't tell, a B for psychology. That's why I didn't get into York. I was 6 marks off an A. I got an A star on the one paper, an A in the other, and a C in the one. That's why I got a B. Then for philosophy, overall I got a B, also 6 marks off an A. I've never ever gotten below an A in any of my philosophy marks. I have never gotten below an A star in psychology ever. It's just circumstantial. Like, it's not me being stupid. It's just like the cards I was drawn. Like, I'm so pissed off. And then sociology, I ended up getting an A in, which I'm still quite happy about. I was 3 marks off an A star. And obviously my EPQ I got an A star in. So yeah, technically I got an A star A BB. And I like I said, spoke to some friend, and my one friend who also applied to York but to an integrated master's course, she got in even though she didn't get an A for psychology either. She also got an A BB. Obviously I got like A star A B because of the EPQ. She got A BB. So it makes no sense that I didn't get in. Obviously mine was to like the normal psychology course, and that's very oversubscribed, and just stuff like that. It's just so my luck. It's just my luck. If they obviously say no, then I'm just gonna get some of my papers remarked, because like I said, I'm quite close to like the next grade boundaries, and then I'll just apply again. Like I said, I am so grateful for this gap year. I'm just more so really embarrassed. They had pieces of paper to show like what everyone in my like cohort got, and for psychology only one person got an A star, which is like my really close friend, and she is like a beast. Like, she deserves that A star. One person got an A. Everyone else, the most common letter I saw was a D. Just the fact that like when I looked at the sociology piece of paper, there were quite a few A's, quite a few A stars, a lot of B's. Like, their overall mark must have been like a C or a B. The fact that the psychology one was a D, and usually I think it's also like a B. We got just given the short end of the stick this whole year. If I obviously did these papers in a different year, I would have got the marks that I needed. Like I said, I've been sitting on an A star AA the whole year. I've literally put in like, I'll put up my Forest app of how many hours of studying I did for these damn like exams. Even though I got like a B for psychology, at least I know I'm still on like the higher end, because like I said, only one person got an A, one person got an A star. I got like a very high B. So like, I'm happy with that regard. It's just the fact that it's like dropped down from an A star. Like, I can't believe this has actually happened to me. Like, I'm sorry, you guys are probably like, girl, shut up, you got an A star A BB, and I understand that. Just hear it from my perspective of someone who's been sitting on an A star the full 2 years and then dropped down to a B. Like, would you not be angry yourself? If you're sitting on a B the whole 2 years and you drop down to a D, would you not be angry? I full-heartedly believe if my psychology teacher, the one who left, stayed for year 13, we would have had enough time to finish the content. We would have had enough time to go through everything else. I would have done way better. But yeah, like I said, I'm just incredibly frustrated and embarrassed and confused. Rejection is redirection. I feel like I still want to upload this video just to be real and authentic, and there's so many videos out there. Like, I just opened TikTok for 5 minutes today and it's like, I got an A star. Shut up. No. We just need some realistic A-level results days. Like I'm saying, these grades are still good. It's just like, compared to what I was expecting to get, I'm just really pissed off. Things work out the way that they should. I am just gonna take it day by day now. I message my unis, see what happens, maybe apply to some more unis. I just wanted to actually be real and authentic, I guess, with my video, because I don't think a lot of people who get A-level disappointment share that online, because it is embarrassing. But right now I feel more hopeful. Like, speaking, like I said, to a bunch of my teachers, they were like, I don't know why you wouldn't get in, and a lot of them have said like I have a strong case to email the unis, so we'll see what happens. I'm back again. I didn't finish this video because then I just started to show you like the rest of my day. I went out shopping and then I went to dinner with my friends. But I'm gonna be so real, I was so upset and I still sobbed the rest of the day. I sobbed this morning still. Like I said, rejection is redirection. I think that's quite a good quote to live by. It might be really horrible for you now, but there's always a plan. You can always redo it, get into the place that you need to be in life. Congratulations to everyone who did complete their A-levels, regardless of what you got. As long as you pass, like, it is such a great achievement to just say that. A-levels are no joke, absolutely no joke. I mean, you could see from me, I was getting really good grades the whole 2 years and then I just immediately dropped. I know it might not have gone the way that you wanted to, but that is okay. It's also fine to like have those feelings. Like I was saying, I objectively had decent grades, but it's still fine for me to be upset and have those feelings. I just felt kind of robbed in this experience, robbed from some of my grades, robbed from like the experience of opening your results with everyone and like having that woo results day. Like, any response you had to your A-levels is a valid response. But yeah, regardless, congratulations to everyone. I hope you're at least all content with your A-level results. Just know you are so much more than a grade on a piece of paper. You can still be successful in life without getting those grades. You can still be smart without getting those grades. Intelligence is not just like academic intelligence, so don't put yourself down. I think I need that advice myself. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.